Let's talk about our last sneaky team of the day. Let's talk about Tulane's wide receiver room. Yeah, sure, they lose Chris Brazzell, but I know you, CD, you absolutely love this wide receiver room. Would you like to get into it for us? And it's put together by transfers.
Yeah, guys that when when I entered the portal, I was like, wow, that's a pretty tough loss for these teams. I really like these receivers. You bring in Mario Williams, right? Formerly from Oklahoma, went to USC, did some really nice things at both spots. Didn't quite put it together, and you have the year we thought he was going to have last year, but doesn't mean the talent's still not there. There's a fourth-year player, former five-star recruit, I believe. Tulane has got to be just thankful to have him, right? So and then also Shaz Preston, a guy that I believe, don't quote me, but I believe he's from the New Orleans area or from Louisiana. Yeah, he's from Louisiana, St. James, Louisiana. So super nice to bring him home. And a place like Tulane we talked about with John Summerall there now, like you can attract some homegrown guys that went elsewhere and maybe got buried on the depth chart for a year or two, but can come back and be a homecoming for you and really produce for you in year 3, year 4. Chaz Preston, Mara Williams, and Keith Brown, man, guys that I mean, obviously, yeah, Jaquan Jackson, Lawrence Keys, big losses too, as well. But Keith Brown's there. Again, sleeper rooms, really nice job. Really nice recovery from Summerall, who lost some high end players and other productive seniors.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, there's a lot of new faces in this wide receiver room. But like you said, there's some serious talent there. Guys that have produced, you know. Did you already mention, did you already talk about Yul Keith Brown?
Not a ton, but I did touch on him. Yep.
Yul Keith Brown's a player that came from Texas A&M. He's from Florida. Didn't really see a ton. He saw some action that first game. He actually had like a giant touchdown in that first game that Haynes King started in against Sam Houston State. Kind of disappeared after that. He's pretty solid though. Does the things that you want to be. He does a lot of things right. You know, not necessarily that he's an absolutely elite athlete or that he's better. I'm not going to say he's not more talented than Mario Williams. He's not more talented, I think, than Shaz Preston, but um, he's a solid football player, and I think he can do well in that wide receiver room once again. Yeah, I mean, 33 catches, 391 yards, 2 touchdowns for them last year. I mean, he just might improve on that. He just might improve on that mark once again.
Yeah,
So,
you also bring in two guys, Therese Taylor and Jalen Griffin, two guys coming up a level. I guess Griffin was from, I believe, UCF and from UCF. And then Trainer, I'm sorry, is from Idaho and I believe Western Kentucky before that. But two guys that are 6'3", over 200 pounds, kind of brings you a different body in that room than your Mario Williams and your Shaz Prestons are a little bit more speedster, get them in space and whatnot. So you've got that nice give and take there. And by the way, we didn't even touch on Ty Thompson, right? A guy, former five-star quarterback from Oregon and just never saw the field, kept getting beat out by these older quarterbacks. And then obviously Kai Horton's there who's got some experience as well for Tulane. But yeah, this wide receiver room, like you mentioned, pretty darn good.
very.